Dear students, last class we can be discussed about the what is the importance of the management of the natural resources. So under that one we can be study about the wildlife and also forest. So now how should be the protection of these wildlife and also forest? They have some moments we can be seen in this condition, and also government also rules some rules and regulations. Whatever rules and regulations are, they can be brought, and behind that one, how should be the people should be educated to how should be they conserve these forest area. They have to the different examples we can be study about in this session. So last time we can be discuss about the importance of water, construction of the dams. So how can be the dams should be helpful for the human beings and also boom to the forest area. All these we can be discussed about in this session. So first of all, forest. So we already know about some movements we can be seen in the plants or animals we can be protected to that one. So we can be depend upon the forest for the various reasons we already discussed about the last sessions. So forest resources are often made available for the industrial use at the rate of below at the market value, and while these are the denied the local people. So they could not think about those are the lying in the forest area. So only they can be helpful for their amount or their cost of effective life. They can be only they can be think about that one. So for this moment, so when the stakeholders of the industry should be very interested to the forest area. So whatever the local peoples which are around the local peoples in the forest area, they can be started to protect their environment. So for example, you can be seen in the Chipko Andolan, or we can be called as the Hug the Tree movement. So that is the result in the grassroots level of the alliance of the people from their forest. So this is one of the alliance from the people from their forest. So Chipko movement means it is called as the hug of the trees. So before you can be cutting down the trees, you can be kill off as then only we can be kill the trees. So it is one of the root level movement. It should be also very effective and also developed in the country also. The movement originated from an incident in the remote village called Reni in Garhwal, high up in the Himalayas during early 1970s. The Chipko Andolan should be started in the village which we can be called as the Reni is the Garhwal. Reni in the Garhwal means Himalaya region. So you can be seen to that one. So in the century 1970s. There was a dispute between the local villages and logging the contractor who had been allowed to the fair trees in the forest close to the village. So how should be this movement should be started means, because when the dispute between the local villages and also logging the contractor of who had been allowed to the trees in the forest close to the village. So when we came to the cutting down the trees, the people who are living to that regions, so especially women. So the women should be they can be effectively participate in this movement. So before cutting the tree, you should be kill off us, then only you can be cut down the trees. So like that they will start the movement. So on a particular day, the contractor workers appear in the forest and cut the trees while the men folk were. So when the construction should be come to the particular day, the men workers should be not appeared, but only the women should be have done. So under terror, the women of the villages reaches the forest quickly and claps at the tree front, thus preventing the workers from the cutting of the trees. So when we saw the contractor, the women who are living in the village side, they came early in the forest and they will hug the trees to prevent the workers from the felling of the trees. This is one of the moment we can be seen in the prevention of the forest areas. Thus, third one date the contractor had to the withdraw. So when the local people should be the very fast or very voice should be very high, so then incidents we can be seen into the how should be the forest should be protected in the local people. So this is one of the main investigation we can be delivered to that one. So normally whatever community peoples are there, they can be depend upon the traditionally of the branches of the plug the leaves allowing the resource to replenish the over time. So whatever only the tribal peoples which are they can be used to the forest area, it should not be harmed to the any forest because once again they can be replenished to that one. But the experience has taught to people that the destruction of forest affected not just the availability of the forest product but also quality of the soil and sources of the water. But when we too much of the destruction of the forest also, that should be also bad effect to the people and also it should be effect to the quality of the soil and also source of the water. So that is also one of the example also they can be given to that one. So here one of the example the people which is participation in the management of the forest. So without local people participate, we cannot be. The government should not be also do not help to the any work. So for instance, in 1972, the West Bengal Forest Department formulated the novel scheme to the revive the degraded sal forest by the involving the local people. So already the sal forest should be the decomposed. So then the government should be also decided to the revive the degrade of the forest by involving the local people. At beginning, a people is the arborite forest range from the Midnapur district. So first it should be the belongs to the Midnapur district arborite forest. So a forest officer name is A.K. Banerjee involved in the villages to the area around the forest in the protection 1272 hectares of the badly degraded sal forest. So after the it should be belongs to the Midnapur district. The forest officer, that name he can be called as the A.K. Banerjee. So he can be decided to the forest should be protected nearly 1272 acres of the badly degraded sal forest in return for the health protection. So those are the people should be participate to that one. For the return health protection, the villages also given to the employment in the both silviculture and also harvesting operation. It means they can use it for the some of the land to the agricultural purposes and also they can be used to the some silvicultural. So 25% of the final harvest and allowed fuel wood. So fuel wood means whatever waste materials are obtained from the forest area. That fuels also they can be used to the one and also further collection of the payment of the nominal fees. So why they can be do because the local peoples also when we encourage the local peoples, the forest area should be also we can be easily protected. So then only they can be decided to this type of the given to protection. So the villagers should be given the employment, 25% of the final harvest and also allowed to the fuel wood and further collection to the payment of the nominal fees. So after that one what happened? So it is this active and willing participation of the local community. So when they are the employment, so the people generally they can participate to the local community. The sal forest of the arbor underwent the remarkable recovery in the 1983. So after 12 years later, the sal forest would be the again they can become to the first stage. So because of the community of the local people, it should be the willing to the participate. So then only it should be the recovery. So this is some of the reason how should be the local people should be also participate to that one. So related to that one, we have the question here. Chipko Andolan is concerned with conservation of water, development of the new breeds of the forest plant, Zoological Survey of India, forest conservation. So the correct answer is Chipko movement is forest conservation. So next one is water. So now already discussed about the forest. So here we can discuss about the water. So we need to the water for the various reasons. Is it? So for the when we do the brushing and bathing, what we can do to the water. So without water, we cannot be live. So maybe seawater should be have nearly 75%, but we have to the drinking water. We can use it for the only to the 3%. We can use it to that one. So water is one of the basic necessities for all the life, and maybe human beings and also other animals and plants. So it will depend upon the water for the rivers or wells, bore wells. So whatever we have, so that should be depend upon to the rain. Is it? The rain should be also falling. It should be come to the forest. So without forest, rain is also not come. So some parts of our country have the good resource of the water, whereas other parts suffer from the chronic water shortage. So you have the same in our native place also Karnataka also we can be seen that one. So North Karnataka there is no such type of the rain should be come, but if you go to the Western Ghat or Malabar side, so they have the good water, is it? So, but in the case of the Rajasthan or in some countries, in our country also there is some shortage of the water. So, because of the nature and also rainy season, we should be all depend upon the rainy season. Not only the rainwater, and also we can be mismanagement of the water should be also there can be problem for the chronic water shortage. So rain in India is largely due to monsoon. So from the June to the November up to October, we have to the monsoon season. This means that most of the rainfall in the few months of the year. So maybe 4 to 5 months we can be observed in the rainy season. So this rain water is also one of the major important role to ours. So despite nature's monsoon bounty, failure to the sustain water availability undergone as the resulted largely from the loss of vegetation cover, diversion of the high water demanding crops, and also pollution from the industrial effluent and urban vegetation. So in case of failure of the monsoon, then what happens? So the availability of the underground water should be largely from the loss of vegetation cover. So which should be the vegetation cover should be, we can be depend upon the borewell water, again the diversion of the high water demanding crops. So whatever agriculture should be also upset, the pollution from the industrial effluent and also urban waste should be also very high. So how can we just save the water? So for example in the rainy season means water should be collected, is it? That water can be collected means we can be store the water in the form of the dams or in the tank, or we can be used in the form of the canals. So irrigation method means we have to the dam, tanks and canals have to be used to the various parts of India since ancient times. So before independent also we have the construction of the some more dams, and also nowadays also we can be seeing the different dams in our country. So various parts of the states also they will be constructed the dams for the irrigation method, irrigation purposes for the different rivers. In order to make proper use of the river water, dams are constructed across the rivers to regulate the flow of water. So not only for a reservation of the water also, it should be also affect to those of the people living in that particular area or forest area. That should be also degraded from the construction of the dams also. But it should be very helpful for the vegetation and also agricultural purpose and also industrial purpose also. It should be very helpful, and also along whole year also we can be do not depend upon to the other purpose of the water. We depend upon the only this type of this much of the water. So first one is, what are the advantages of construction of dams? So if you construct the dams, it ensures the storage of water for the irrigation. So we can use it for the large amount of the water for the agricultural purpose or irrigation purposes. This reserve of the dam should be prevent flood from the checking of the flow of water. So in case of the rainy season, whatever flood should be come, that should be also avoided in these dams. They also provide the water for the human consumption, industrial use, aquaculture and also navigation. So this should be also helpful for the whole year for the human consumption of the water, industrial also they can use, aquaculture means we can be used for the fishes and also navigability also we can be used to that one. The falling water from the dam is used for the generating electricity. So in sometimes we can be used for the high level, or then it should be the height should be very high, then also we can be used to the production of the electricity also. The water from the dam is used to a system of the canals to the irrigate the flood areas. So in our Karnataka we can be seen in the Shivanasamudra and also Sharavati project also we can be production of the electricity from the hydroelectricity also we can be tell about that one. So why we can be criticized the construction of the dams? So it should be also helpful also, but it should be also boon to the human beings. So there is address three major problems we can be seen to that one. One is social problems. So social problem means those people it should be the live in the particular area, maybe tribal peoples or forest or any other civilization peoples, they can be live in that one. They will be displaced a large number of the peasants and tribals without adequate compensation or rehabilitation. So government should not be due to the any compensation or rehabilitation for that people. They can be large number of the peasants and tribals without adequate compensation or rehabilitation. This is the one of the major social problem we can be construction of the dams. So next one is economic problems. So if construct the any one dam, we can be needed to the more amount from the any side. So because they swallow the huge amount of the public money without the generation of proportional benefit. So we can use it for the public money for that one, and also we can cut down the trees also. So that is one of the economic problem, social problem. Lastly, we can face the environmental problem because they contribute the enormously to the deforestation and also loss of biological diversity. So in case of economically constructed dam, it means they will be cover the forest area. So when we construct the dams also, we can be deforestation. We can cut down the trees and also it should be loss of the biological diversity. Whatever animals should be dependent upon to the forest area, they should be also disturbed. They can be also kill off them. The people who have been displaced from the various development projects are largely poor tribal who do not get any benefit from this project. So, but those are the root level people we can be contact on, that is the poor people. They cannot take to the any benefit from this construction of the dams or project and alienate to from their lands and forest without adequate compensation. The forest or any government they cannot be helpful for these people. The outages of the Tawa Dam built in the 1970s are still fighting for the benefit from the farmers. So it is also one of the dam which is constructed from the government side, but they cannot be fulfill their demands of the who are the live in that particular area. So next one is water harvesting. So because why we need to the water harvesting is because of the drinking water should be the very shortage in our daily life. Hence we can do to the water harvesting. It is also one of the activity of the direct collection of the rainwater. So in our home also we can do to the this rainwater harvesting. The rainwater means collected can be stored in the direct use or can be recharged into the groundwater. So whatever tube well or borewells are in our homes, so we can be easily rechargeable by this rainwater also. Rain is the first form of the water that we know the hydrological cycle. Hence it is the primary source of water to us. So you already know that water cycles. So when in the summer season they will be completely evaporated in the form of the water. They can be formed to the clouds. Again in the rainy season the clouds should be into the rain. This is we can be called the water cycle. Hence rainwater is one of the basic water cycle we can be carried out to that one. It is one of the resource of the water also. Watershed management emphasizes the soil and water conservation in order to increase the biomass production. So when we do to the effectively in the water harvestation, so then only it should be protect the soil also and also water conservation in order to the biomass production. So watershed management not only increase the production and also income of the watershed community, but also it should be mitigate the drought and flood and increase the life of the downstream of the dam and reservoirs. So it should be the also helpful for the increase the production and income of the watershed community, and also they can be the increase the life of the downstream dam and also reservoirs. So it is also one of the age-old concept in India, water harvesting. So maybe it can be called as a different names in the different states, kadins, tanks and nadis in Rajasthan. In Rajasthan it can be called as these canals or wells, that is it can be called as the kadins, tanks and nadis. Like that in Maharashtra it can be called as the bandaras and tals. Like that in Madhya Pradesh it can be called as the gundis, and also Uttar Pradesh, Ahar and Kainis it can be called as the Bihar, Kulas in the Himalaya Pradesh. It means collecting up the some amount of the water in the particular area, that is it can be called as the water harvesting. So maybe it can be called as the rivers or some amount of the water will be stored. So that is it can be called as in Kannada it can be called as the katte. So that is like we can use to different words. So like that it should be pond forms, lakes, katta or surgams or it can be called as the airways. So ponds in the Kandi belt of the Jammu region and airways in the Tamil Nadu. So ponds it can be called as the Kandi or Kandara, it can be called as the Jammu region. In Tamil Nadu it can be called as the airways. Surangam in the Kerala, katta in Karnataka, it can be called as the katta. These are the some of the ancient water harvesting, including the water contains structure stream on the field. Now also it can be used to the that one. In largely level terrain, the water harvesting structure of the mainly crescent-shaped earthen embankment or low, straight concrete and rubble check dams built across seasonally curtailed gullies, monsoon rain with the ponds behind the structures. So it is the one of the way of the construction of the ponds. So maybe it can be used for the display. So we can call as the bodus. So is it? So embankment in the lower regions are straight concrete and rubber with the check dams. So that should be helpful for the monsoon rain should be fill the ponds behind the structures. So what are the advantages of this rainwater harvesting? The advantages of the rainwater harvest should be stored the ground in the many days it does not evaporate. So first one is it does not evaporate easily, but it should be spread out the recharge wells and provide the moisture of the vegetation over the right area. So those are the ponds or lakes are there. That should be, they can be recharged the wells and also bore wells. They can be, that moisture should be also helpful for the all the time they can be breeding area. In addition, it does not provide breeding ground of the mosquito like stagnant water collected in the pond or artificial lakes. So you know that when the water should be stored in the particular area, so then it should be the mosquito should be gradually increases. It should be also avoided. The groundwater is also relatively protected from the contamination of the human and animal wastes. It is also avoided to the groundwater should be also protected the contaminated by the human and animal wastes. So related to that one, we have some questions here. Water harvesting is an old age concept in India. Various methods are used in the different regions in India. Kadin's water harvesting method is used in Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh. So Kadin means it can be called as the Rajasthan, is it? So second question. Kattas is the ancient method of the water harvesting found in the Katta means you can record as the Himachal Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. So lastly Madhya Pradesh. The correct answer is Karnataka. Is it? So next class we can be discuss about the coal and petroleum. So today we can discuss about the water harvesting, what are the benefit of the dams and also disadvantages of the dams. Thank you and all.